Oh my God, Gemini, your adult children are about to experience something massive in 2025, and 73% of parents are not ready for what's coming. I just pulled the tower for your kids, and this is not what you think. Listen, everyone thinks the tower means disaster, but actually it means your adult children are about to break through limitations that have been holding them back for years. I'm talking about a complete transformation that will shock you, shock them, and honestly shock me because the universe is working overtime for your family right now. Before we dive deep, comment breakthrough if you're feeling this energy already, because I need to know how many of you are picking up on these vibrations. The comments are already going insane, and we haven't even started yet. Your Gemini kids, whether they're 25 or 45, are sitting on the edge of something that's going to change everything. And here's what's wild, it's happening in three specific waves throughout 2025. The first wave hits in March, the second in July, and the third, oh honey, the third wave in October is going to leave you speechless. But let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind. I've been reading for Gemini families for over a decade now, and I have never seen energy like this. Never. The cards are literally vibrating in my hands right now. So, your adult children, let's talk about what's really happening here because the universe has been preparing them for this moment their entire lives. Every challenge they've faced, every setback, every moment where you wondered if they'd ever figure it out, it was all leading to 2025. The first card that came through for your kids is the Tower, and I need you to understand something. This isn't destruction, this is construction. They're about to tear down old patterns, old limiting beliefs, old ways of being that have kept them small. March 2025 is when the first breakthrough happens. I'm seeing your adult children suddenly walking away from situations that no longer serve them, jobs that drain them, relationships that limit them, even geographical locations that feel suffocating. The Tower is saying they're going to make decisions that might initially worry you as a parent, but honey, these are soul decisions. One of your kids, and I'm getting strong masculine energy here, so this could be a son or just very yang energy, is going to have a complete career pivot. I'm talking about someone who's been in the same field for maybe 5, 10, even 15 years, and suddenly they're going to wake up one day and say, I can't do this anymore. But here's the beautiful part. They're not running away from responsibility. They're running toward their purpose. The Tower is clearing the path for something so much better. I'm seeing someone starting their own business, maybe something creative, maybe something that combines their natural Gemini communication skills with their unique talents. Now, the second card that came through is Nine of Cups, and this is where it gets really interesting. This is appearing in the summer months, specifically around July. Your adult children are about to experience what I call emotional fulfillment on a level they've never experienced before. The Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, and for your kids, this is about finally feeling satisfied with their choices. Remember how Geminis are always searching, always wondering if the grass is greener somewhere else? Well, in 2025, they're going to find their green grass. I'm seeing one of your children, and this feels like more feminine energy, finally getting recognition for work they've been doing behind the scenes. Maybe they've been supporting others, maybe they've been building something quietly, but July 2025 is when the world takes notice. The beautiful thing about the Nine of Cups appearing here is that it's not about external validation, it's about internal satisfaction. Your kids are going to reach a point where they genuinely like who they are, they like their choices, and they like the direction their life is heading. For some of you, this might mean your adult child finally feels confident enough to start dating again after a difficult period. For others, it might mean they're finally ready to take that big step they've been hesitating about. Maybe buying a house, maybe having children of their own, maybe moving to a new city. But wait, there's more because the third card that came through is King of Swords, and this is hitting in the fall, specifically October. Your adult children are going to step into their power in a way that's going to make you so proud. The King of Swords represents mastery, clear thinking, and leadership. Your kids are going to become the people others look to for advice, for guidance, for wisdom. They're going to own their intelligence, own their communication skills, and use them to create positive change in their world. I'm seeing someone becoming a mentor figure, maybe in their industry, maybe in their community. They're going to realize that their journey, including all the difficult parts, has given them wisdom that others need. The King of Swords is also about making decisions from a place of clarity rather than emotion. Your adult children are going to develop this incredible ability to see situations objectively, to cut through confusion, to get to the heart of matters quickly. Now, let me tell you about the financial picture because I know as a parent you're always wondering about their security. The fourth card that came through is Three of Cups, and this is not what you'd expect for money, but this is why the universe is so brilliant. The Three of Cups appearing in the financial sector means your adult children are going to make money through collaboration, through community, through bringing people together. This could be anything from event planning to social media management to creating online communities. What's beautiful about this is that your Gemini kids are going to monetize their natural ability to connect with people. They're social creatures. They love variety. They love meeting new people. And 2025 is when they figure out how to turn this into sustainable income. I'm seeing someone launching a podcast, someone starting a YouTube channel, someone creating an online course. But it's not just about the money. It's about the joy they're going to feel doing work that actually energizes them instead of draining them. The Three of Cups is also indicating that your children might go into business with friends or family members. There's a collaborative energy here that's going to be very profitable, but also very fulfilling. Now, let's talk about their emotional healing because this is where the magic really happens. The fifth card is Eight of Swords, and before you panic, let me explain what this means in the context of 2025. The Eight of Swords represents the moment when your adult children realize they've been imprisoning themselves with their own thoughts. They're going to have this incredible breakthrough where they understand that most of their limitations were self-imposed. This is particularly powerful for Gemini energy, because your kids are overthinkers. They analyze everything to death. They second-guess themselves. They get paralyzed by having too many options. But in 2025, they're going to learn to trust their intuition. I'm seeing someone who's been stuck in analysis paralysis for years, suddenly taking action. They're going to realize that perfect timing doesn't exist, that perfect plans don't exist, and that sometimes you just have to move forward with incomplete information. The Eight of Swords is also about breaking free from other people's opinions. Your adult children are going to stop caring so much about what others think and start caring more about what feels right for them. This might be challenging for you as a parent because they might make choices that seem risky or unconventional, but I need you to trust that they're following their inner compass for the first time in years. Now here's where it gets really intense. The sixth card is Death, and I can feel some of you getting nervous, but please don't, because this is the most beautiful card in the deck when it comes to transformation. The Death card means your adult children are going to completely shed old versions of themselves. They're going to let go of identities that no longer serve them, relationships that hold them back, and patterns that keep them small. This transformation is going to be so profound that you might not recognize them by the end of 2025, but in the best possible way. They're going to become more authentic, more confident, more aligned with their true selves. I'm seeing someone who's been people-pleasing their entire life suddenly setting boundaries, someone who's been afraid to speak up suddenly finding their voice, someone who's been hiding their light suddenly shining brightly. The Death card also indicates that your children might experience a spiritual awakening or a deepening of their spiritual practice. They're going to start asking bigger questions about life, about purpose, about meaning. But here's what's really beautiful. This transformation is going to improve your relationship with them. As they become more authentic, they're going to be more present, more genuine, more connected to the people they love. Oh my God, the seventh card just came through and it's the Star, and I am getting chills because this is about hope, healing, and wishes coming true. Your adult children are going to end 2025 feeling more optimistic about their future than they have in years. The Star appears after the Tower and Death, which means your kids are going to go through the difficult transformation process and come out the other side feeling renewed, refreshed, and full of hope. I'm seeing someone who's been through a really difficult period, maybe depression, maybe anxiety, maybe just feeling lost, suddenly feeling like themselves again. The star is about emotional healing, about finding your way back to joy. Your adult children are going to develop this beautiful sense of faith in the future. They're going to trust that things work out, that they're supported by the universe, that they're exactly where they need to be. The star is also about inspiration and creativity. Your kids are going to tap into creative gifts they might have forgotten they had. I'm seeing someone picking up an old hobby, someone writing again, someone creating art. But the most beautiful part of the star is that it represents service to others. Your adult children are going to realize that their experiences, both good and difficult, have prepared them to help other people. Now, let me tell you about the relationship dynamics because this is where things get really interesting. The eighth card is justice, and this is about your adult children learning to create balanced, fair, honest relationships. Justice means they're going to stop accepting less than they deserve and start requiring equal energy exchange in their relationships. This applies to romantic relationships, friendships, family relationships, and professional relationships. Your kids are going to develop this incredible ability to see situations clearly and make decisions based on what's fair rather than what's easy or what avoids conflict. I'm seeing someone finally having that difficult conversation they've been avoiding. Someone setting boundaries with family members who have been draining their energy. Someone walking away from one-sided friendships. But justice isn't just about cutting people off. It's about creating equity. Your adult children are going to learn how to communicate their needs clearly and create relationships where everyone's needs are met. This might mean your relationship with them changes too. They might start asking for more respect, more consideration, more acknowledgement of their autonomy as adults. And honestly, this is going to make your relationship stronger in the long run. The Justice card is also indicating that if your adult children have been dealing with any legal issues, contracts, or formal agreements, these are going to be resolved in their favor in 2025. Now, here's something that's going to surprise you. The ninth card is Two of Pentacles, and this is about your kids learning to juggle multiple opportunities in the most beautiful way. Remember how I said Geminis always wonder if the grass is greener somewhere else? Well, in 2025, they're going to have multiple green pastures to choose from, and they're going to learn how to tend to several of them at once. The Two of Pentacles represents balance, adaptability, and resource management. Your adult children are going to develop this incredible skill of managing multiple projects, multiple income streams, multiple interests without getting overwhelmed. I'm seeing someone who has a main job but also has a side business, a creative project, and maybe even a volunteer commitment, and they're managing all of this with grace and efficiency. This is perfect for Gemini energy because your kids need variety, they need stimulation, they need to feel like they're growing and learning. The Two of Pentacles is giving them permission to be multi-passionate. But here's the key. They're going to learn how to prioritize. They're going to understand that you can have multiple interests without being scattered. They're going to develop focus within their flexibility. The Two of Pentacles is also about financial management. Your adult children are going to get really good at budgeting, at making their money work for them, at creating multiple streams of income. Now, the final card that came through is Ace of Wands, and oh honey, this is about brand new beginnings, fresh starts, and creative inspiration that's going to change everything. The Ace of Wands represents raw potential, new ideas, and the energy to make things happen. Your adult children are going to end 2025 with this incredible sense of possibility and the motivation to pursue their dreams. I'm seeing someone getting a brilliant idea, maybe in November or December, that's going to become their focus for 2026. This could be a business idea, a creative project, or even a life change like moving to a new city or going back to school. The Ace of Wands is about passion, about feeling fired up about life again. Your kids are going to rediscover their enthusiasm, their excitement, their zest for living. But here's what's really beautiful. This new beginning is going to be built on the foundation of everything they've learned and experienced in 2025. It's not going to be a random impulse decision. It's going to be an inspired action based on their newfound clarity and confidence. The Ace of Wands is also about leadership and pioneering. Your adult children are going to become trailblazers in their own lives, creating paths that others will want to follow. Now, let me tell you what this means for you as a Gemini parent because your role in their journey is so important. You're going to need to trust their process, even when it doesn't make sense to you. Your natural Gemini curiosity is going to be an asset here because you're going to be genuinely interested in their transformation rather than scared of it. You're going to ask good questions, offer thoughtful perspectives, and give them the intellectual stimulation they crave. But you're also going to need to resist the urge to fix things or speed up their process. The transformation your adult children are going through needs to happen at its own pace. Your job is to be their cheerleader, their sounding board, and their safe harbor when they need to process what's happening. You're going to watch them become the people they were always meant to be. The most beautiful part of this reading is that your relationship with your adult children is going to deepen and improve as they become more authentic. They're going to appreciate you in new ways, communicate with you more openly, and include you in their lives from a place of choice rather than obligation. 2025 is going to be the year your adult children finally grow into their full potential, and you're going to have a front row seat to watch it happen. The energy around your family is so positive right now that I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. Your kids are going to surprise you, they're going to impress you, and they're going to make you incredibly proud. But most importantly, they're going to be happy. Genuinely, authentically happy in a way that comes from living in alignment with their true selves. Comment ready. If you're prepared to support your adult children through this incredible transformation, because they're going to need your love, your encouragement, and your faith in their ability to create the life they want. The universe is conspiring to help your family thrive in 2025, and I am so excited for you to experience this journey together. If you want to dive deeper into what this means for your specific situation, you know where to find me. But for now, trust the process, trust your kids, and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Subscribe now because your future depends on staying connected to this energy. The comments are going crazy, and I can feel all of you picking up on these incredible vibrations. Your adult children's transformation starts now.